Hey everyone, okay, so today this video is about the beauty community, but it isn't about anybody in particular. It's more about the beauty community as a whole and how I view it and how I'm going to speak about it. I've mentioned before that the beauty community is by far, when you look at the different genres on YouTube, by far the most toxic and by far the most dysfunctional, I believe, of all the different genres that are on YouTube. And it's a shame that it is that way, because taking the beauty community as a whole, it's very good. The majority of it is very good, and it is filled with very good people. Unfortunately, we get tarnished because of behaviors of certain individuals, but also the behaviors of followers and how followers behave when information is given to them. Cancel culture in general doesn't really work, because think about cancel culture and how many people have been cancelled. They aren't really truly cancelled. What happens is that we see oftentimes a dive in their subscriber numbers, their views may go down, but they're not really cancelled. And I actually don't believe that that is what people are after in the majority of the time. I think what they are truly after is a public flogging. If you look about it in a different way, there's the butcher and the lamb. The butcher would be the person who is making a YouTube video about somebody else in a very negative way. And then you have the lamb, and the lamb would be the person that the video is about. The problem is that you then have the spectators. And the problem with the spectators is that when they see the butcher start to slaughter the lamb, they start to salivate. They start to want a piece of what is happening, and they themselves become the butcher, because they then start to engage, they like, they share, and they comment. Therefore, they become the butcher as well, and they keep the slaughter going. And that is part of the problem with the beauty community, is that instead of ignoring a problem or not engaging with it, we are actively becoming the butcherer and enjoying the rampage that is happening. And as we've seen throughout history on YouTube with regards to public shamings, mainly what we're after is blood, and blood to be spilt. That's the game, that is the joy of these kind of videos, right? That you are actively looking to see somebody punished for their bad behavior. The problem is that oftentimes there is no real proof that this person has done this or that, because there's just the waters are so muddy. But it doesn't actually matter, because the person will make a video and the bloodshed begins, even if that person isn't guilty. Let's look at it from a different perspective. Imagine that you're at home watching television, or you're on your computer watching TV. And there is a man on the top of a roof, and he is going to jump. And you're watching it on your computer. And on the ground are thousands, tens of thousands of people. And they are clapping, jeering, goading, and yelling for him to jump. If you saw that in real life, you would be horrified. You would be absolutely disgusted at what you were seeing. But that is what we are seeing all the time on YouTube in the comment section. We are seeing the goading, the clapping, the pushing, the yelling, the probing. We are seeing somebody torn apart over and over again. And no one is addressing how drastic these comments can be to somebody who is in a very vulnerable situation, regardless of whether they are a good person or a bad person. Because when you've got thousands and tens of thousands of people coming at you, your mind isn't working correctly, because you're under an incredible amount of stress. And it's only a matter of time before somebody does something so awful that they cannot undo it. We need to see the videos for what they really are, which is They are inciting violence. And I don't mean that the way that it may sound in terms of physical violence, but these videos do incite violence, as we've seen with the way that people comment on these kind of videos. The comments we see, and you can see them on any video of people who have been cancelled or you are trying to currently cancel. The comments are very, very violent. And when you make a video like that, you know, because history has taught you, that what you are doing is inciting violence against somebody. And we need to stop doing that. And we need to stop it now. Now, I'm not talking about cancelling anyone, and I'm not talking about unsubscribing from anyone. I'm talking about not engaging in those videos, not viewing those videos, not commenting on those videos, not liking and not sharing and not participating in them. Because, and I truly, truly mean this, it is only a matter of time before somebody does something to themselves that they cannot undo. And that you will have this huge collective of people that are all responsible for the demise of somebody else. It's going to happen. It is going to happen if we do not stop. Remember that a verbal threat constitutes an assault. And that is what we are doing. We are assaulting people every single day that we believe deserve it. Even if we have not a shred of proof, we still believe that they deserve it. And even if we don't believe they deserve it, we're caught up in the drama of doing it. We are assaulting people who are already at their lowest ebb, and we're not even concerning ourselves with the consequences that can happen. And I am asking that we make a stand and just stop. We don't comment, we don't like, we don't reshare, we don't do any of the things that will keep it going. We have to stop. And it only happens with us. It doesn't happen with the creator. It happens with us when we make the decision that we will no longer participate in this kind of behavior. We can still follow them. We can still subscribe to them. We can still like them. But we're not going to engage in behavior that is reckless, that could hurt somebody in the long haul. And that's what we're doing. And that's what I'm asking, is that we all stop. Don't comment. Don't share. Don't like, don't view those kind of videos. Those kind of videos are there to incite us into doing and saying things we wouldn't normally say as a good human. And that's it. It's common sense. I believe fundamentally that we are good people. And we need to behave like good people. And good people don't need to act this way. We just have to stop. Thank you for your time.